and I just got home. I just got home. I just got home. Feels good to be home. Feels good to be black. Boy, it feels good to be black. Black in America. Mhm. Well, that's not roosters. They ain't chickens. They ain't damn sure ain't roosters. Those are some of the people that are doing landscaping work. But it's back to business as usual, especially for us. For those, well, it's all over the internet. And you see, and to be perfectly honest with you, I didn't know anything about this guy. I mean, I seen his face before, I just didn't know the name. And then when I finally watched some videotape of him, it's like, typical white racist, white wingers, just like so many others. Bill O'Reilly, Sean Hannity, Richard Spencer, all those guys. Just just the typical person that's going around the country convincing white folks and black folks that we can build a different America because racism doesn't exist and blah 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 blah. And again, I did not hear much about this cat because number one, I don't watch news like that. I don't. But ever since Donald Trump won his second term, I started paying attention. I started paying attention to different Africans in that community. I started paying attention to all these different people, right? Like I said, I seen faces. I don't know names. And then all of a sudden, the news broke. It's like Charlie Kirk got assassinated. I said, huh? He got assassinated in Utah. I said, what? Utah is a Republican state. How ironic. And how did I know all this? Because people kept bugging me. This white folks at work kept bugging me. Kept bugging me. It's like, did you hear about Charlie Kirk? I was like, no, what happened? He so assassinated people. All these people are making fun of him. It's not right. And the guy kept going on and on. It's like, you know, Rush Limbaugh and Rush Limbaugh was a great man. Uh, Donald Trump, even though you don't like him, I don't. But I'm not. I, you always want to keep your enemies closer. You always want to keep your enemies closer. So I know about Donald Trump. I don't know much about Kurt except for he's just the particular Richard Spencer, like I said. And then when the news broke, I was like, damn. And but I wonder if these all the way right wingers, including the Ku Klux Klan and all these skinheads, are going to blame black people about this. No, they can't, because the person who shot him was white. Mm, mm. Always saying that black people are violent and all this other bullshit. Don't worry. I will be doing a live stream on this. Probably not today. I'm just going to let everything just die down. And I'm going to do what I did last time. You remember Auntie? Auntie could testify to this. Shouts out to Auntie and shouts out to Vaughn. Shouts out to shouts out to everybody that came on the live stream the last time I went after Nick Fuentes. Everybody who was white and a few token blacks here and there kept coming on my live stream. It's like, why are you so bothered for Nick Fuentes? But they gonna really be bothered about this. They are really going to be bothered with this shit. Hey, eyes. They are really going to be bothered about this shit. When I turn that shit on, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to send in the link. I'm going to send in the link. And I hope, no, I pray. I pray that the first white person comes up that starts talking. Well, I want to be professional. I want to be professional. Trust me, I'm gonna be professional about this. Shouts out to the amazing Lucas. Amazing Lucas was cooking last night. The amazing Lucas was cooking, saying these words: "We do not care." Oh, you don't have you don't have a heart. Oh, how could you laugh at a situation like Charlie Kirk who got shot in the neck? How could you laugh at a person who got his officer put a foot on a black man's neck for 8 minutes and 46 seconds? I'll wait. How can you get upset? How can you make fun of, excuse me, how can you make fun of a person who got a a foot put on the neck for 8 minutes and 46 seconds? Oh, he was on fentanyl. Doesn't matter. It's always an excuse. It is like a year later. It's always an excuse. Well, he was on drugs. But see, y'all listen to the Officer Tatums of the world, and I'm getting sick of that trifling son of a bitch too. But there's gonna come a time. There's gonna come a time. He's gonna get his nigga wake up. Didn't he get his nigga wake up call by going to Jerusalem? Some shit. But anyway, uh, look here. Prove. Listen to me. White folks, I can understand. I can understand where you're coming from. Believe you and me. I know. But the difference is, I don't give a shit. Because y'all so goddamn privileged in this country. Every time a black man takes 3 steps forward, he ends up taking 6 steps back because of a goalpost being moved here, a goalpost being moved there, discrimination, and whatever else is down the street. There is no such thing as racism. Oh, really? So just because you yell out a couple of words, no. It's not just what you say, it's what you do. It's not what you say, it's what you do. But you know what? I love this. I love this. Maybe, just maybe, blacks here in America will get their shit together, knowing that it's just us. What did Richard Pryor what did Richard Pryor say? If you want justice, that's what you find, just us. But some blacks don't understand that. I'm only here for hey Philly. I'm only here for the blacks that understand how this world works now, especially under Donald Trump, who is in Chicago with troops on the ground. But we're supposed to mourn for someone who's racist, someone who is not a bigot, but well, I'd say he's all these things. But again, I'm gonna inform you. I did not know him until I saw his face. I seen the face before, and then I looked and I was like, "Oh, there it is." So that's his name. Okay. Now, when you match the name to the face, it's just white supremacy. That's all it is. Because when you tell a crowd of people, when you tell your a handful of people that there's only a certain amount of majority of 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 people, and mind you, it's not about color, it's about opportunity. Well, there's so much room for so many people. But when you tell people that if there were two black pilots, if you were on a plane and there were two black pilots on the plane, and your words were, "Oh, I hope they're qualified." Mm, but you'll be safer with them whiteheads, huh? I understand. I know white folks. I know. I get it. And you said, "How come you just so unsensitive? We should come together as now. You want to come together as one." Ah, okay. See, when it's when it's convenient for you, it's whatever. But when we say give us our 40 acres and a mule and $100, which we are owed to this very day, and we just want to be left alone, oh, you just want to tear down, burn down, hang, uh, pol- politically and socially screw us each and every single up and down each and every single way possible. Well, it's feasible. Every time there's police brutality, oh, it's feasible. It's acceptable. But he was doing a crime. Whatever happened to innocent until proven guilty? Whatever happened to innocent until proven guilty? All that nigger is guilty. Crazy, ain't it? But don't worry, I'll be doing a live stream about it soon. And I want everybody who's white and who's black, because I know there's some biscuit eating Negroes out there. Boy, when it comes to these white ring conservatives, all the butter biscuits come out. And these conservative Negroes. What about black on black crime? Officer Tatum. Oh, I want to give a shout out to Israel. Honey, do that thing. You know what I'm talking about. The black community. But like I said, I want to give a shout out to uh, the amazing Lucas and his panel. Uh, boy, he was very passionate. What that boy was very passionate, and I know why he was passionate, because his stance is and will forever will be. Why is it that when white folks do something, when black folks do something, we have to be tried, jailed, or just hung, not only just politically, but when it comes to white folks, oh, we gotta wait for the evidence. When Carmelo Anthony, not the ball player, but the one who ran track in Texas, when we said wait for the evidence, wait for his time in court. Y'all was on the put him underneath the jail. He killed an innocent white boy. Yeah, but what about his twin brother? His twin brother would him and his twin brother were beating him up. That's not proven. There's nothing to prove it. Just put him underneath the jail. He's a murderer. Put him underneath the jail. He's a murderer. So we can't wait for the. Why did he get? Why did he have a knife? Why did he bring a knife to school? Why do white boys bring guns to school? Hmm. Right. I never knew you were supposed to mount the death of known opposition. Ain't fun when the rabbit got the gun, huh? But don't worry, like I said, I'll let y'all know when I post. And I want white people to be as honest as possible. I don't want them coming up, you know, soft shoeing anything. I want white folk, and I'm gonna post it when I go live. I want white folks to be honest as possible because I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be 1,000% honest with y'all. 1,000%. Let it know. Let it be known on the air when I post it up. Oh, you will know. This ain't the Django. Fuck all that Django shit. This is going to be Nat Turner style. This is a race war. It's already been a race war. What are you talking about? What is it, son? Do you know where the big lunch bags are? The brown one. Oh. I went to work and white folks were in outrage. Man, did you hear about Charlie Kirk got shot? And I'm like, and I try not you you don't want to get into those type of conversations, especially at a workplace, because it doesn't go well. It doesn't end well, and I'm not trying to argue with any white person where I work. I'm not trying to argue. I'm not trying to get into an argument, not trying to start an argument. All I want to do is work my little 7 hours and go home. Actually, yeah, 8 hours actually. Then they had the nerve to bring up, how good of a man Rush Limbaugh was and how good of a person Sean Hannity was. And Sean Hannity is a good man if you meet him. Yeah. And they love bringing up Kennedy. They love bringing up this person. They bringing up that person. These people. And then this is this dude named Dean. When I heard Dean speak, I said, yeah, that's a regular white boy for you. That is a regular white boy. I don't condone violence. But you don't mind when a black person gets killed, right? I thought we were all supposed to be for equality. But if you look at the numbers straight up, how is it fair? Let me explain a little something to you. It don't matter if you make us the manager at McDonald's or the vice president at or possibly the vice president. If they make me the vice president of Walmart, how much time are you going to give me before I own the bitch? What do we own and control systematically? What do we systematically own and control? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. We ain't got no we ain't got no fresh food. All the soil is being tainted with. You have I don't know how many I can count with my own fingers. I can count with my own fingers how much distribution we have, how many restaurants we have with serving healthy foods, how many stores we have, how many hospitals, how many schools, how many institutions. I could count on my fingers. If you come to Chinatown, it's connected to Koreatown. It's connected to Mexico Town for a reason, especially when you come here. But let me not tell you that. Why don't you go to New York and are you going to find any black owned stores there? You might find one here, you might find one there, but I'm talking about the connection. That's called systematically. People get mad when I yell out when I am an Umarian, by the way. When I yell out this word, which people don't take heed of, organizing. It takes organizing to get things. When you get some done, you get when you get some done, you get some done. When you get little done, you get little done. When you get a lot done, you gotta get a lot done. We don't have shit. But when this bastard, well, let me not call him that. When this white wingist gets shot and killed, we're supposed to mourn. Not just white folks, but black folks are supposed to mourn for somebody who is known for his racism. Oh, we can create anything. We're just lazy. And you have the nerve to get on me about Umar's school? Psst, please. Please. At least he has a building. What do you own? Absolutely nothing. But this is not about y'all. This is about white folk. White folks is it's mourn time. White folks, y'all mourn. Go ahead and mourn. But you talk about the fairness. Fairness. What's not fair? It's not fair. It wasn't fair when Ahmaud Arbery got killed. Wasn't fair when Jordan Davis got killed. Where's your bleeding heart for them? Where's your bleeding heart for Michael Brown? Oh, they're all criminals. So it was pretty. They're all criminals, but you have them down and they're already handcuffed. You break their spinal cord in half. This is crazy. This is cray cray. See y'all later. Have a good day. This is some crazy. This is cray cray. But I'm looking at the internet right now, and it's still going on. So I'm gonna let this die. I'm gonna let it die down for a little bit, and then I'm going to really express how I feel. And I don't want nobody coming into my live stream saying that I should feel anything for a guy who is prejudiced towards black people. It ain't gonna work, fam. It is not gonna work. You can Richard Spencer me all you want. You can Nick Fuentes all you want. When you come on to the live, I want y'all to be 1,000% with me, just like I'm gonna be 1,000% with you. Tell me how you feel. But I don't want you to be like none of these cowards that come in the chat and yell all that nigger shit. I don't want you to do that. Be honest. Be honest. Well, like I ain't never knew, I never knew the man. I didn't have to know him. I didn't have to know him to say, oh, well, yeah, he's one of those people. Okay, cool. Because you going to each and every, you going to doing a tour. You did a tour in Michigan. I think he went to Ann Arbor and he went to Michigan State talking that same nonsense. Liberation. That we believe in, and all people should have equal equality. But this is just so much for so little. You have to be qualified. Didn't anybody explain that if, let's just say, if a white person had the same exact qualifications as a black person, why would that black man get hired? All goalposts being moved. I look at the cover. You look at your cover. Where do these cover letters come from? It's all these old goalposts. But anyway, you get your cover letters. You get this. You get that. All goalposts being moved. But if all I got to do is look at your white skin, and I got an opportunity. But if I'm a black man, I got to provide a cover letter. I got to provide this. I got to provide that. I got to know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. And then his last words were basically paraphrasing gang violence. What what is the and who are the majority of people that you would say represents gang violence? Black people. It always comes down to black people, and that's what he got. But it wasn't by us. It was by your own people. Kind of makes you think Kennedy, right? John F. Kennedy got shot by his own people. Mm, mm, mm. But I don't know. I don't know. Help me out. Well, how we're supposed to live? How we're supposed to be equal as a people? How we're supposed to live? I don't know. I get up, go to work, mind my own business. Yeah, but it's not like we can't have a conversation. It's not like we can't have a conversation. You can say whatever you want, but the fact of the matter is you are so privileged but yet so angry. Yet so angry. There's 65% of you in the world, and 65% of white folks in the world versus Asian, which is 55%, and there's only 13% of us. So what the fuck are you mad at? What are you mad at? You have every freaking resources that there is, but you're so unhappy. That is crazy to me. You're so unhappy. Yes, it was tragic. It was very tragic. But don't expect me to mourn. Don't expect me to mourn, and don't expect me to get upset, and don't expect me to pick up picket signs for your mother asses until we get aggrieved. Until we get aggrieving, I don't want to hear shit. Until we get our 40 acres in the mule, until we get our percentage of the land back, until we get reparations, which you know you ain't gonna give us because we gotta take it by blood. Was the video graphic? Yeah, it was graphic. He got shot in the neck. What did you expect? But his last words were gang violence. Who do you think is known for gang violence, quote unquote? And then Donald Trump's dumbass, "Hey, we're gonna fly the American flag." I wish I had an American flag right now. I set that bitch on fire. Somebody mail me an American flag so I can set that bitch on fire. You'll get a year in jail. Psst. And then what good would that do? I'll be in jail with the homies. Set that bitch on fire. America has never, ever, ever been, and it never will be a free America for black people. Look at all the privileges that you have. What do you own? What do you own and what do you control systematically? You got all these football and basketball players chained, not physically, mentally. How are you getting paid 40 million? How are you getting paid 42, 43, 40 million dollars a pop with 23 or 16 guaranteed, and we don't own any hospitals? LeBron James, D Wade, Jalen Rose. They're all governed. You know, there was only a few people that was ostracized from the NBA and the NFL. Abdul Rauf, and of course, we all know Colin Kaepernick. But that's what happens when you show your power. You didn't come in for the national anthem. So what? Maybe you should just stay in the back. Just because I didn't stand. Well, have y'all ever seen Higher Learning? Have y'all seen Higher Learning, the movie? This was back in 1994 or something like that, with Ice Cube and Umar Epps. That was a great movie. And Ice Cube's character Fudge speaks with Umar Epps' character, and he says, before the game come on, everybody's standing for the national anthem, flag waving above your head. Everybody look you dead in your eye. What do you do? And his character wasn't too. Umar Epps' character wasn't too bright. He said, "I'll stand up." I wouldn't. You can have 10,000 people look at me, and I'll be eating my peanuts, snacking on my beer, doing one of these, and I'm like, "Let the games begin, people." That's not the point. He said it was a long time ago. That's not the point. The point is, everything that happened then is happening now, only in different format. It's only on different format. Everything is happening on a different formatic scale. The world may change, but the scenario always remains the same. The world is prejudiced, racist, bigoted, and you only have but one alternative: organize. But let me not tell you that. But go to the Amazing Lucas, check out his live. That boy cooking. Go out, check out the Amazing Lucas. Woo, woo, woo. Fuck what Lapeef talking about. Go on to Amazing Lucas's live from yesterday. Man, I hope he ain't put that on members only, because that shit was flaming hot. The world is an evil place. But that's where you have to be careful. You just have to be aware. You have to be aware of, especially our own people. Especially our own people. Especially our own people. Our own people like to, it's like, I make money, you make money too. Fuck all that other stuff. Not everybody was born with a silver spoon in their mouth. Not everybody had opportunities or had rich daddy funds like Anti-Nails. But hey, we live in a life. Some of us get lucky. But just because you get lucky doesn't mean you have to leave your hood. Or let me put it this way. Just because you get lucky or just because you graduated from college doesn't make all your crooked straight. You still have an issue. You have to get that job. You can have 3 degrees, but you went from underqualified to overqualified. You remember that? How is it that you are underqualified, but when you get a degree, you're overqualified? Moving goalposts. But old Randy can walk into that office tomorrow and he can slam that resume on the table. And he say, you know what? I like you. Come on, let's get hired. You can make $31 an hour. But a black man who was starving has 3 kids. That $31 an hour means something to him versus a person that doesn't mean much, but you get the drift. It's like we're here just like you and me. But if the tables were, but it's like this: white people are privileged, black people are not. It's as simple as that. The only time you are not so privileged is you end up disobeying the system. It's the system. Numbnuts. It's the system that tells you when to eat, when to sleep, when to come to work. If you don't come to work, you don't get paid. You don't collect insurance. You don't get PTO. It's the system that you are living in. You know how you overcome the system? Organize. But hey, I'm just a regular YouTuber. Eh, don't worry. I'll put a. I'll get a. I'll tell you when I'm gonna be doing a live stream. It probably won't be today. It'll probably be tomorrow. And white folks, let's have a conversation. Come on, let's talk about it. Shouts out to the wife and the children. of Mr. Uh, Charlie Kirk. Shouts out to the family, but we had nothing to do with that. We have nothing to do with that. It was your people that did that, not ours. So it would be greatly appreciated if you would acknowledge that, and just to say, Black folks have nothing to do with this. Leave them alone.